Now let's go to a roster that doesn't need any fixing. A roster that's ready to go, a roster that's ready to contend, and that is the Detroit Lions. We have some audio from Dan Campbell talking about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and what he brings to the defense and what he brings to this team. Chris, can you roll that real quick?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, look, he's got a contagious energy. One of the reasons CJ's that way is because that's how he gets his engine going, you know? And so in turn, that just spills out into the offense or your teammates, and you can't help the level of intensity just it raises.
Yeah, and that was our own Noah cutting up some stuff.
Shout out Noah.
Yeah, shout out Noah making some fire ass edits. We saw a little bit of just training camp looking, and then Dan Campbell talking about Chauncey Gardner-Johnson and his contagious energy and what he can do. And we have
Chris, I see something else to select too.
A couple notes from our guy Matt Broder. One of them is that the defense dominated the day today, specifically the secondary, which MCDC predicted in his press conference before the practice started. Matt Broder says CJGJ is every bit the leader that we think he is.
Bro,
like, how hard are you right now? Like, this shit just gets me so excited.
Yo, we've been on a fucking roll for Pride Month. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I am delivered.
But no, I relate to that, man. That's how I operate. I talk shit. I talk my shit. Even at this ball, I'm working as supposed to be not next to my customers, but I talk shit to them to break the ice. You know what I'm saying? Like, competitively, I talk shit because that's what wakes me up. Not just because, like, for me personally, I need to piss you off and see that you're trying, so I can piss you off more by beating you now. You know what I'm saying? Like, I talk the most shit, and I love that about CJGJ. I think you and I both love that about your secondary players, cornerbacks, and or safeties. You want some guys that are talking a little bit greasy. Yeah. Because the guys talking greasy can walk you too. You know what I'm saying? It don't just come from nowhere unless you're fucking Eli Apple. But outside of that,
he does talk greasy.
We've talking shit, and you got nicknames. You're doing things right, and Jared Goff spoke to it yesterday about the defense being a lot more sticky than normal. Jesus, man. Dan Campbell talked about it too. I mean, here's this other video I sent too. This is Kirby, by the way. I mean, the confidence among everybody on the back end now is just crazy.
Interception?
Yeah, Kirby fucking just sniping the ball. I don't know who they're throwing the ball. It looks like Khalif Raymond, though. But I guess Goff's been getting picked off a lot in training camp. The secondary is... And this is an offense, too, that ranked, what, second last year? Or third?
Third.
Like, this is not... This is not your whore mother's Detroit Lions. This is the 2021 Detroit Lions offense.
Detroit Lions. This is the Lions offense that was feared around the league last year, and now the defense is stepping up. Now the defense is looking like it's going to be just as feared, and it starts with guys in the back end like a Kirby Joseph. It starts in the guys at the back end like a Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, like a Cam Sutton. You bring those guys in here to bring that energy to make plays, and that's what they've been doing throughout training camp so far. So we can only hope that it just continues to evolve. They get more comfortable. They're talking, they're chirping, they're switching coverages, doing different things, and they get the job done. Because I'm excited to watch this defense play next year. I'm not gonna lie.
No, we flirted with the idea about it like earlier in the offseason, like, oh, top 10, top 12 in terms of defense. But now watching it, and this is, by the way, too, this is like with no pads, meaning like your quarterback has all day to throw the ball. They're not allowed to hit them, right? What? This is your cousin's Detroit Lions?
Yeah.
Is that you're laughing at?
No, I was also just laughing at the slut mother's Detroit.
We gotta make that t-shirt. These are your slut mother's Detroit Lions. These are your whore grandma's Detroit Lions. But speaking of whores, we flirted with the idea of Detroit Lions defense being top 10,
top 10,
top 15. I think we were talking top 15.
We were talking top 15.
It was scary.
Yeah.
But now in practice, against a top 3, an actual top 3 offense, dominating this offense. By the way, too, like, half these guys in that secondary, outside of Kirby and Tracy, I guess, too, but new to that defensive scheme and still dominating. Like, are you brave enough to say top 10? Are you brave enough to say top 5? Because it's without pads, bro.
I'm not saying top 5.
They're not allowed to hit. They're not, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
you got all day back there to make these plays.
I'm not saying top 5, but without injury, barring injury, I'll
Top
say
10?
I'll say top 10.
Top 10.
I'll say top 10.
I have no fucking issue saying top 10 either, bro.
Yeah,
if they stay healthy, there's some fucking dogs, and they're playing at an all-time fucking high in confidence. Like, I've been watching the Tracy and Kirby, like their relationship seem to be growing. They seem like they're coming out of their shells a little bit. Kirby especially, but I think that's partly because him being a rookie last year. Were you gonna say something else too? I apologize, man.
No,
I'm just
you're
fucking
good.
pumped.
Go.
I am
Keep
bricked
going,
up.
yeah.
I am bricked up. Last time you able to say this about Detroit Lions defense, it came by surprise, by the way, but it was like, what, 2014, 2013? And I don't think any of us really seen that coming. You talked your shit about it because you're a fan of the team. Like, yeah, Stu could do this, Stu could do that. And then, oh, fuck, it really happened. It's another one of those things, man.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Byrne makes a good point in the Woodward Sports chat. He says, dude, I'm telling you, have John Fox back there working with Glenn. The man makes historic defenses.
Yeah.
That is something that people forget, that he was added to the coaching staff. And he's a fantastic defensive mind and well respected in the NFL community. So we talk about the secondary, how much better we think it's going to be. I say top 5 secondary in the league.
Yeah.
I say Aiden Hutchinson has 13.5 sacks this year. I say James Houston has double-digit sacks this year. We talk about Aleem McNeil's body transformation, what he's going to do, how much better he's going to get. And then I think Jack Campbell is going to be the defensive rookie of the year. So, yeah, that's a top 10 defense.
Yeah.
That is a top 10 defense.
Jack Campbell, defensive rookie of the year.
Yeah.
You still standing on that one?
Yes, I am.
I mean, I don't want to say it'll be surprised, but I don't think it's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I spoke to it already too. Like, you got all these guys back there who's gonna be able to get their hands on it. Pause. But he's another guy to capitalize on it. He's a guy known to capitalize on that too. Speaking of which, later on the show we're talking about Rodrigo's role, but I think you still see him out there too.
Oh yeah.
And that's another guy that capitalizes on making plays on the ball. At least in college he did. But nonetheless, man, I really think I'm ready to have that conversation. I don't give a shit. And I'm also willing to reopen discussions for Dominic Sue returning to this team. I see the comments going there in Woodward Sports chat. This is a team that looks like it might be contending.
Yeah.
And that's the type of team that Dominic Sue is looking for. That's what he's trying to be a piece of. And come on, dog, come home. Come home, Sue. Come on now.
Yeah.
This is not your horror grandmother's Detroit Lions. It's the new Detroit Lions.
Yeah, that's for sure. Even your horror older sister's Detroit Lions.
Oh, he's actually got an older sister. You should relax.
Like, Matt Patricia and Bob Quinn ain't here no more.
Yeah.
This is a new regime. This is a regime that means business.
We not gay no more.
We are delivered. I like women. Women.
I'm not gay no more. I am delivered. I like women.
I don't like men's no more.
I don't like men's no more.
It's literally like this Lions team is going to make some noise next year. And it's going to start with the defense. Because that is what held them out of being a legitimate contender last year. Yeah? Yes.
Well, I say yeah like that because like we're dealing with the top 3 offense heading into like next year. I think we're all pretty confident. I mean, I don't know about top 3, but I think it'd return for sure top 10. And then you add that defense to it. Like, I didn't want to say this in the show. I was gonna let this like rest in my craw, stuck in my craw for a little bit. The thought, but this morning I don't know where. I'm sorry. Give me expression. Help me out here.
Marinate.
There you go. For some reason, I felt like it needs a pause, but yeah, I'm gonna let it marinate a little bit. But this morning, I really thought to myself, like, this is a good fucking team.
Yeah.
Like all around, like you have a piece that you think could be there at the tight end position. You have pieces at the running back position. You obviously have pieces at the wide receiver positions. You have a competent enough piece at the quarterback position. And then this is why I came up too is, due respect, showing Jared Goff is due diligence. Dude did go to the Super Bowl.
Jane Lott.
And it was when we thought less of him, and I don't know how that's possible because 2018 was a stellar year for him and in the Los Angeles Rams. But if we truly believe he's better, he's already been a guy to lead a team to a Super Bowl, and yeah, he's getting paid kind of fat, but the extra draft capital kind of like makes up for that because you have all these extra guys on rookie deals. Like,
yeah.
I don't know if it's just because the whole fucking off season been marinating for me, and I'm just buying into a little bit more Kool-Aid because that's how it gets sometimes. But like,
what if they sign D-Hop and Sue?
That'd be fucking wild.
That'd be Super Bowl.
Honest to God, I don't give a fuck what anybody says. Yeah, I would talk my shit.
Oh yeah.
Fuck you, aliens. This
Fuck
is
you,
Super Horror
aliens.
Roster.
Yeah.
You fucking aliens. This ain't your fucking whore grandmothers eat your
This ain't
lions.
your
Fucking
whore-
aliens.
It's Detroit Lions.